Migori County is in serious difficulty. When we are in such serious difficulty, the dilemma, the challenges are placed on the lap of leadership, on the laps of leaders of that particular county. Development in counties are normally carried out by county executives as led by governors. At this particular epoch in our nation, we do not have funds that have been disbursed to counties. The issue of revenue sharing is still stuck here in Senate, and we are trying to find a way of ensuring that services, essential services, are not disrupted in counties. So the arrest and arraignment of the governor of Migori County in court on matters corruption is a matter that has come under the backdrop of a very challenging period for citizens of Kenya residing in Migori County. So when our leadership is crippled as the people of Migori, our antennas have to go up and we have to quickly think of a solution. That is why you can see the anxiety, you can see the alacrity with which ODM as a party came in and tried to proffer a solution. I also weighed in on the matter because I know the difficulty and the challenges we have as a people of Migori.
Wouldn't it look like you really want Obado to go out of the seat of governor because you're interested in it?
Absolutely not. I am a person who respects order, and I'm a person who understands that every activity has its right timing. Right now, practically, whatever wish I may have cannot be brought to fruition. My wish is to serve my people of Migori and Kenyans as a senator for the period for which they elected me. I have no ulterior or disguised intention. And if you look at the mandate that has been conferred upon me by Article 94 and Article 96 of the Constitution, those two articles give me authority to legislate together with other senators on behalf of Kenyans. Those two articles give me authority to represent the people of Migori, their government and their interests. And for purposes of representation,
yes, sir.
When we have the challenge of COVID, when we have a governor who, for reasons that are not neither here nor there, has been asked to leave office, I have to come in as the representative of the people of Migori. And it's not instigated or it's not actuated by any desire. Somebody may choose to read it differently. Somebody may choose not to want me to serve the people of Migori by trying to place shackles on my duty, which I will not permit.
He argued that he has been allowed to work as a governor, but just not to step in his office. He says he can still continue doing his duties.
I don't think that he can effectively handle matters that relate to emergency. But let me even look at it from a jurisprudential perspective, from a purely legalistic perspective. The people who are essentially the complainants against the governor are the citizens of Migori, are the public servants of Migori. What is their complaint? Their complaint is that certain activities that were being implemented using their taxes ended up in a manner that portrayed contravention of Article 73 of the Constitution, where you cannot put your personal interest ahead of public interest. It is alleged that some of those monies found their ways into the governor's pockets and the pockets of his children. Conflict of interest. The complainants are of the people of Migori. In such a situation, do you think it's morally correct for somebody whose complaint is actively being determined by another arm of government to continue day in, day out, handling the same authority over the organization that have complained about him? So you step aside, give full authority to your deputy to carry on with those activities. But if you insist that you must run the office, even from underground.
He's arguing that he's innocent until proven guilty, which is the cause in our law, that you cannot say that he is guilty by the mere fact or the fact that it was an allegation.
He is absolutely right. But what we are talking about, what I'm talking about, is not criminal trial. I am not competent to try anybody. No institution other than a
so
court
should
of
continue
law.
being
No,
in
that's
his
not
office.
my argument. Just listen. Listen to my argument. No institution other than a court of law should pronounce itself on the guilt or innocence in terms of criminal trials of any person. That is something to be done by court, and I believe his matter is before a court of competent jurisdiction, and that will be determined in the course of time. But if you look at the wordings of the Constitution, Article 181 of the Constitution, it says that any governor who contravenes the Constitution, and the Constitution that is obviously allegedly to have been contravened is Article 73 and Article 75. But if you look at Article 81, another proviso is where it is reasonably suspected that a governor has committed a crime, or a governor has violated international or committed an international crime. A process to remove them from office should be commenced.
There are people who are arguing that they have been applied double standards, and especially with ODM, your party, in terms of, there was Governor Anne Waiguru from Kirinyaga who came to Senate, and it's the Parliament of Kirinyaga that wanted to remove her. However, the Senate, led by ODM members, led by majority members of ODM party, returned her back to work. Those are double standards, as some people are claiming. What would you say of this?
It depends on who is claiming. If you look at how convoluted, how polarized, how divisive politics and facts are being peddled around, you will be disappointed, my brother. I want to tell you that the case of One Waiguru was not championed by ODM. The case of One Waiguru was brought to the Senate. Senate constituted a committee to investigate the matter under Section 33 of the County Governments Act number 4 of 2012. The chair of that committee was Senator Cleophas Malala of ANC.
Was supports.
Member, just listen.
Yes.
You are talking about ODM, so I want to give you facts about ODM. ODM's membership of that 11-person committee were 2 members, only 2 members. Jubilee had its own membership. To twist and peddle falsehood that it was brought and championed by the Senate is not factually correct.
Let me go to the first point that you say that ODM members were not in that committee. There were just 2, and the leader of that Senate committee was led by one Malala, who is ANC. But basically we know that Malala supports ODM and supports the party leader of ODM. On the floor of the Senate, majority of ODM members seemed to support Waiguru.
How was Waiguru supported on the floor of the Senate? If you check the proceedings of the Senate, there were 2 options that legally are available to Senate. 1, to create a committee. 2, to leave it to plenary. When that motion for establishing a committee or allowing it to go to plenary was brought before the Senate, these were the issues that were being looked at. It was distinguished from the situation that was obtaining in Kiambu. In Kiambu, the governor of Kiambu, my friend Waitito, had the misfortune of having been investigated by EACC. DPP having reviewed the statements and evidence proffered against Waitito, and having decided that Waitito should be prosecuted. The mandate of a particular committee, that is a select or a special committee created by Senate, is to investigate those allegations that come from the county assembly. Having had the investigations against Waitito carried out by constitutional commission like EACC, a constitutional authority like DPP, and the court having looked at it on the face of it and asked him not to step into his office, it was obvious to the Senate that there was reasonable belief that a crime had been committed. And that is why there was no need to subject it to another investigation. It was just to be brought to plenary, members look at it, and if they agreed that Waititu, they did agree, or did not conduct himself in the manner that the law envisages, they threw him out. That one of Waiguru had been conducted or carried out by members of the county assembly. They did not have the benefit of EACC or DPP, so it required a small committee to look at its details, which was done, and when the report was brought, it was lost. There was no voting in Senate. So to try and push it that it's an ODM affair, I think we are tired of this polarized nation of name calling, even when corruption, let me just put it, yes. Even when corruption is being fought, if somebody is getting arrested, that is being arrested because he is anti what ODM thinks, if this happened... But
you'd agree with me that ODM was very fast to institute removal of the governor. Why is that not the case to other parts of the country where governors have been accused of misappropriation of public funds?
I am disappointed that you are complaining that ODM took action. On the contrary...
So fast?
No, let me tell you, on the contrary, you should be giving ODM accolade for taking action. Are you trying to say that public money belonging to some people that is suspected to have been used wrongly, we should pussyfoot, we should second guess,
shouldn't we allow the agencies that have been given the mandate to investigate the governor to take course?
Let me tell you, the governor was arrested under the orders of DPP Haji. That had been done. Investigations had been carried out by EACC. That had been done. The matter had been taken to court, and the court had been of the view that the gentleman, Governor Obado, should not step into his office. So ODM's concern, because that is a county that is predominantly supportive of ODM. ODM's was concerned was about the people of Migori. Will they continue getting services? Will they continue having their public funds and resources under proper protection?
Eventually, if this case will go to the plenary of the Senate, and if he is acquitted of all these charges, will you continue supporting him as a governor now that we are headed to 2022 elections?
Let me tell you my position, and I'm not, I'm no longer young. I am a person who stands for what I stand, and I want to be understood and to make my record straight. My public duty comes first. My responsibility and commitment to the Constitution and the people who gave me the privilege to claim and be their senator come first. And I am ready at any time to work with the governor to the extent that those objectives are realized. The objective of serving the people of Migori, the objective of representing the people of Migori, the objective of accounting for the funds that are placed in the hands of the county government of Migori and the county assembly. That is my solemn duty. But if you are asking for personal friendship, I think that is personal chemistry, and it is subordinate to public interest. Now, the issue about 2022 and what I'm going to do is not influenced by how I conduct my public affair. In any event, I have earned my mandate. I've always been earning my mandate, and I intend to earn it again on the basis of performance and not on the basis of connivance.